I will never forget that day that our laundry room flooded. One day I'm just sitting on the couch folding clothes, and the next thing I know, I hear my youngest screaming, "Daddy! Daddy!" And as I jump up to go see where she is, she was headed to the laundry room and she pretty much slipped in about an inch or two of water. And look, I'm talking the type of flooding that it's everyone grab every towel in the house type of situation. People are throwing towels on the floor. They're grabbing everything. They're getting kitchen towels, beach towels, throwing everything. And I'm picking them up and dropping them into the sink. And I'm sitting there with the mop and I'm frenzy mopping, guys. You don't understand. Like I'm whirlwind, like cleaning. I look like if it was an Olympic sport, I would have won the gold medal. Kids are looking like, is it okay? And I'm just in that go mode. I'm thinking about the floors. I'm thinking about the damage. I'm thinking about, did it go to other rooms? And ultimately, how in the world did any of this happen? Now, by some miracle, I have no idea still to this day how we got it all under control. Very minimal damage. Didn't really need to do anything. We had it contained. The wood floors were protected. Crisis is over. Well, at least the rest of my family exhaled and it was over. But for me, not so much. That little laundry flood felt like it's rewired me since it's happened. Now, I don't even think about leaving the house with the washing machine running. I can tell you, I'll check the laundry room once, twice, maybe three times before heading out. I remember one time I was headed to take the girls to the zoo, and we didn't get too far from the house, maybe a couple of minutes, and I just had that sinking feeling. Did I check? Did I go look at the laundry room? Did I leave the washing machine running? Did the sink overflow? And you know what I did? I turned around and I drove all the way back home, and the girls were like, "Hey, I thought we were going to the zoo. Looks like we're going home. What's happening?" And I said, "Oh, girls, it's okay. I just forgot something." They might have thought I was meaning that I forgot like my wallet or something. But for me, it was I forgot to check if everything was okay at the house. Because I can tell you, I think about what would have happened if we weren't home. So I had to go back and make sure just to put my eyes on the laundry room to make sure things was okay. And if I could be honest, it's almost like I got some level of laundry room PTSD. And I can tell you, even when I'm at the house and I start the machine, that washing machine spins, but so does my brain, so does my thoughts. And at this point, it's not even really about laundry anymore. It's about how one unexpected, overwhelming moment can stick with you long after the water is gone. And if we're honest, just us chicken clucking around, we've all had our versions of that flood. For some, it may have been a heartbreak. For others, it may have been a betrayal or a sudden loss. Or for some, it may have been an embarrassment that played on repeat in our heads for months. And maybe for some of us, it's been years. Those moments can create what I would like to call protective reflexes. It's when we change the way we move through the world, thinking that we're somehow keeping ourselves safe. But in reality, sometimes those actions just really help us stay stuck. See, floods don't only happen in laundry rooms. They happen in our emotions, like when grief or anger or shame overwhelms us. They happen in our circumstances when life throws us a certain curveball, sudden job loss, a diagnosis, or a financial hit. And sometimes they happen for real. As you guys know, I grew up in New Orleans. And as we're approaching the 20-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, that was a flood that changed everything for my family, for my friends, and my city. It wasn't just the water that left its mark. It was the way that we all learned to live after the flood. The way we may react to certain storms that are coming, or how we watch the news a little bit differently, or pack a bag just in case. Now, when those waters finally recede, we can be left standing there, surrounded by clean floors, but still acting as though, at least in our mind, in our reactions and our attitudes, as though the water is filling up the room again. See, we grow older, we move on, but part of us may still live frozen in that moment, still checking the door, still avoiding certain rooms, still letting yesterday's water dictate today's movement. So here's my question for you. What flood are you still living in? Long after those waters and floors have receded and dried? What protective behaviors once made sense, but now just keeps you pacing mentally? Sometimes the work isn't learning to survive the flood. See, you've already done that. You've already survived it. The work is actually learning how to trust that it's over and that you can now move on. For me, the laundry room still gets an occasional double check, but see, I'm learning every day that every load doesn't have to be a crisis. And maybe for you, it's time to hang up the mop in that part of your life too as well. And always remember, guys, I love you much.